again.
Hi,
Amanda.
Virginia.
Welcome to the printing space. So, as we told you, we do large format printing. The type of printing we do is giclée. We do fine art reproduction. We do photography printing. We have done wedding invitations. We've done save the dates, menus, all kinds of stuff.
Canvases.
Oh yes,
Canvases. Big.
canvases. We can do photographs on canvases. We can also do like if you have a piece of art that you've done on a canvas, we can scan it and reproduce it on a new canvas as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess first over here, we have our big boy. He's a 44-inch Canon, and we use color fast ink and museum quality paper. We can print 44 inches one direction and probably 120 feet the other direction. So
If the ink holds out.
if the ink holds out, we've actually printed wallpaper for someone before,
Yeah.
so that's pretty cool. Behind Miss Virginia here, we have our scanner. It looks small, but it is mighty. We can, gosh, what's the biggest one we've done?
We've done an over 7-foot canvas before. With Photoshop, we can merge what they call a photo merge. So we can do sections of scans and then put it through a computer program that will stitch them all together where it looks basically exactly like the original. And that allows us with a smaller scanner bed to do an incredibly large piece and have a print made that is intact, just like the original.
Yes, and the other cool thing about our scanner is it can do negatives, it can do slides, it can do photographs, paintings. We do encourage artists to bring the paintings to us before you varnish it.
Yes.
The scanner has a light, and if you varnish your painting before we scan it, it is going to reflect on that light. So that does add a little bit of yellow to the digital file. We do our best to take that off in Photoshop, but sometimes the effect can't be removed completely. So if you can bring it to us before you varnish, that would be great.
Bring flash drives.
Mhm.
Bring a thumb drive. We try our best to protect what we scan and keep records of people's artwork that we've done, but we don't guarantee anything. We don't have an off-site location that we keep things, no big backup. So we encourage everyone to keep a flash drive. Anytime you have us do anything for you, bring it. We will back things up onto your drive, and that way, should anything occur, you have that copy. It's really critical. A lot of people have been delighted that they are able to get a copy of something they've lost or they've sold, and we really strongly recommend you bring us a drive every time that you bring your art to be scanned.
Yes. Yeah, that's a very, very good thing.
Yeah.
Because our we had to get an external hard drive for this little computer because his brain was going from all of the art files that we have on it. So we do have the external, but we would be more comfortable for you to have a copy as well.
Yes.
Behind me over here is our little printer. He's also a Canon. This is where we do our beautiful greeting cards. I'll get closer. That's Beth Tharp. She's wonderful, watercolor artist. Then we've got a beautiful tulip card by Robin Byers. We also do, I don't want to spill the beans on this. We're working on a wedding menu. We're going to do our little prints over here. Little photographs. This thing operates the exact same as the big guy does. He uses the same kind of ink. We use the same kind of museum quality paper. The greeting cards, they are 3 sizes. We have 3 sizes. They come pre-scored for folding. We can print on the front of them. This doesn't have anything in the middle, but we can print in the middle. We can also print on the back. The only thing is we can't do them in any size. We can do them in 5x7, about 4x6, and about 5x5. And we do have coordinating envelopes for those as well. I'm trying to think. What else? We've got our big rolls of paper here. They are they come in
44 inches, like I said. And we have several different kinds. We've got our photo satin, which is our favorite photo paper. It is got a really nice sheen to it. The color on that is super vibrant, super pretty. It also translates really well to black and white photography. The blacks just are super saturated. We've got, as far as artist paperwork, we have a watercolor paper, we have a matte rag paper, and we also have a variant of the matte rag paper that's a little bit thinner. So it's good if you're going to be matting your prints, or not selling them just in a sleeve. We have our canvas. Our canvas is a matte canvas, but we can varnish them if you would like. We can add satin, gloss, or high gloss to them. The cool thing about printing on canvas, with the way our printer prints, is you can also paint on them. So if you wanted to embellish your canvas, add some strokes, add some detail, you can do that to the canvas, and you can do it on the watercolor paper and the thicker enhanced matte paper. We would not suggest it for the thinner one. We even have one artist who embroiders on the paper once we print on it, so they're tough papers.
And we stretch everything. If you have a canvas printed here, we can put it on stretcher bars for you. Whether you decide to frame it or not is not an issue. We can put it on the thicker gallery bars like you see hanging now so many places already finished. We can finish them on the side as opposed to just having a blank side. We can leave you a blank side. We can paint the sides black, but we will have them basically ready to hang whether you have framed them or not. And of course, if you do decide to frame, we'll take care of that as well. So we can do the whole package here from start to finish. We can take files from your telephone through email if you send us a digital file, if you bring us a thumb drive. Basically, we can reproduce from a digital file as well as from original art too. So say you don't have the original art for us to scan, that's not necessarily a problem. If you have that file, we can work with that. And because of the fantastic scanner we have, even if you have something very small, we oftentimes can make something very large that will still have excellent resolution. That's the sort of thing we would discuss when you brought it in, but it's often quite possible from something you might not think.
Yes, yeah, we did some huge canvases. They were like 48 by 48 inches, and the original photos that were brought to us were just this big. I'm not going to tell you all the secrets on how we did it, but we can do it.
Yes.
But that is a little segue into another thing that we do in printing. We do offer photo restoration. It is digital photo restoration, so we do not touch your original photograph. We're not going to restore the original, but we can do digital
correction.
Digital correction restoration on Photoshop. We can handle a lot of things. If it's a super severe restoration, we do have someone we can outsource it to that can do a little bit more of the complex restorations, but we've been very happy with their work, very happy with our work. And again, even if it's something little, like we had someone bring in a passport photo the other day, and we were able to blow it up and get it to a frame-ready frame. So that's pretty cool. Basically, we're wizards on Photoshop as well as wizards on the saw.
and we can safeguard your originals when you have something really, truly precious that is never going to be reproduced again in life. If you bring it to us, a lot of times the nice thing we can do is scan it, reproduce it in a form that you can cheerfully put into a frame where it's going to get bright light and it might actually have some damage, while we safeguard the original and either give it to you to tuck away in a safe place, or we put it in a sleeve on the back of your frame where they'll always be together, but that will be protected from UV exposure. So we can give you a lot of times the option of having that really precious item available, visible, where you would like to have it without doing the damage that is eventually going to literally ruin it. And I find that to be a really delightful aspect of this.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And then, so if you come in the shop and you're interested in printing, we have these nifty little folders that we make. Usually, well, I will touch on that. So we've got our price list here. I'm also going to put a digital copy of the price list on our website that you can download. And then inside this folder, we're going to have the samples of our different kinds of paper. There you go. And then back here, we've got the 3 different sized greeting cards that I spoke about earlier. You can see, the little one, the square one, the big one. Also, different envelope options. We've got a craft envelope. We've got more of a like ecru envelope, and then we've got our white envelope. We make these 10 at a time. They are pretty expensive to make because we are using museum ink and museum paper when we make these folders. So we make about 10 at a time and they go like hotcakes. So if you want one, send us an email, give us a call. We'll make one and put your name on it so you're sure to get one. But yeah, that's our cool new little print book. We haven't really done a bunch of marketing for printing. It's kind of, not everyone knows about it. People who have been coming here for years don't know that we print. So surprise, we print. And now we have a folder. So let us know if you want a folder. Also let us know if you have any questions, anything else.
We do special custom size prints, cards, things sometimes that would actually be done on this printer if they're outside the standard sizes. That does tend to run a little more because what happens then is we are hand cutting, hand scoring, hand folding. We are doing everything custom down to the very beginning. So we generally encourage that you go with the more standard sizes because frankly it's easier on everybody and easier on the pocketbook. But if you have something special, something odd, something unusual, we can do it because we are custom. So those are options as well. And again, we just need a little warning and a little time to make sure that we can accommodate whatever you need, and we'll do our best to get it to you.
So what you're saying, Virginia, is like in the other video you said we framed everything? Do we print everything?
We print everything.
Yes. We can do it!
We can, one way or another.
Okay, we're going to get out of here for the day.
Thank you.
Bye!
Bye.